Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday, and welcome to Season 4, Episode 26 of the Classic Wrestling Series. My God. So I accidentally deleted the original intro to this video, so I'm very sorry about that. So I'm just gonna do it quickly here. It's been 11 months. September 2025 was the last CWS episode. I'm very sorry, but we are back. And I thought, you know what? Why don't we just do a new episode? Because I haven't done one in a while. And, well, why don't we check out a CCW pay-per-view? Because I haven't done a CCW pay-per-view, I don't think, before on the channel. So let's check out CCW Respect from the year 2003. This is going to be entertaining, people. So, let's get to our opening contest. So, we just had the blow-off of a year-and-a-half feud in the opening fucking contest. God, I wish I was joking. So we just had John Sanjeev taking on Ian Rotten, representing CCW and IWA Mid-South Wrestling, respectively, in an exploding barbed wire death match. I can understand why certain people and some people do not like hardcore wrestling. This wasn't bad. I mean, they did use the cage, they did use the barbed wire, again, you know, hence the name. But this was there was fire involved as well because there was so many, just a lot of stuff with that. The wind didn't help with some of the spots. I mean, if it went off without a hitch, it would have been really good. But just the wind wasn't helpful, and it was a bit of a dick. Ian Rotten tried to light a mop on fire, and it was just having so much fucking trouble. Zangief also had a bit of trouble trying to set some stuff on fire, but at the same time, you know, you can't help that shit. Was it a good match? I mean, as the opener, kind of like it was alright. It wasn't exactly extreme, but there's a reason why they're outside. We'll get to that at the main event, because oh my god, the main event. So Ian Rotten gets on the mic to basically challenge John Sanjeev to go to IWA Mid-South Wrestling for a match. That never materializes, by the way. That match was supposed to be but it just does not. But he does, Ian Rotten does say he respects him. So yeah, it's one of those. It was an interesting start to the show, so let's see how it carries on into our next matchup, shall we? Oh, okay, big shocked by this one. Holy fuck. So we just had Z-Bar, what a name, taking on John Dharma. His real name is Jonathan Dharma. I hope no relations. But this was a bit weird. Like, it was a very quick matchup. It was like, I think it was less than 4 minutes or something like that. And Z-Bar gets the win with a roll up and hold of the tights. And then obviously, what a disgusting pile driver! Like it was safe. It was a safe pile driver, but yeah, the way Z-Bar just landed was a bit like, oh shit. Again, it was more the way he landed than anything. Hopefully, Z-Bar is okay, but yeah, it was just a quick matchup. It was a 3 minute matchup, less than 4 minutes actually, and yeah, I kind of wanted to see how this one would go on a little bit, but unfortunately, well, we didn't get much time. But again, it's a bit like, oh, well, if you want to try and get Z-Bar over as as a guy who can do quick matches and stuff like that, it's one of those. But again, Jonathan gets his win back, his heat back by pile driving Z-Bar. Wonderful. So next up, we have got, what is our next matchup? Oh, it's Ruckus versus Derek Frazier. Ooh, I believe this is for the CCW Junior Heavyweight Championship. So let's watch this. Okay, you brought me back, CCW. Ruckus versus Derek Frazier for the CCW Junior Heavyweight Championship. I like this match. Okay, it's still chair issues, but at the same time, again, you gotta think CCW. But this was a really fun little matchup. I like it. Like, I know Ruckus is really good when it comes to wrestling and stuff like that. So to actually watch him, and this is my first time watching Ruckus, I'm impressed. I want to see a little bit more about this guy. Yeah, he wins with a basically pump-handled RKO, which I think is a really good finisher like that for Ruckus as a junior heavyweight. Makes him stand out a little bit. I think that's an interesting way to do it. So yeah, it was really fun. So what is our next match gonna be? Okay, it is a trios triple threat tag team matchup with Adam Flash and Ian Knox versus Rebels Army, Greg Matthews and Rockin' Rebel, and the Backstreet Boys, Johnny Samir and Trent Acid? Okay, let's watch this one. Okay, so we just had the triple threat tag team match for the tag team titles, and okay, this was a bit weird. It was interesting. It wasn't it was kind of fast, not gonna lie. With Adam Flash and Ian Knox win after Adam Flash hits the last call. Not the not the last call super kick, but more of a jump in leg drop to get the win for his team and the tag team titles. Bit of a weird matchup, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of outside brawling in the ring was actually quite good, but yeah, it was a bit of a weird one. Entertaining, don't get me wrong, but a bit weird. But again, 6-man tag, 3-teamed 6-person tag. It was entertaining. So yeah, right. Let's carry on with the next next matchup, which is okay. I'm gonna have to double check something because if this is who I think it is, holy shit! It's Sanjay Dutt. Oh, yeah, it is. Holy shit, Johnny Storm? So Johnny Storm is is somewhat of a, well, not somewhat, but is a legend in the UK wrestling scene. I never knew he competed in CCW. Holy shit. So I do believe he was at the he was at the best of the best. He was in the best of the best CCW tournament in 2002. That's why he's here. He's on the US tour. Fair enough. So he is taking on. Oh my god, he is taking on Sanjay Dutt. Johnny Storm versus Sanjay Dutt. I didn't think I need this match. Let's watch it. Okay, Johnny Storm versus Sanjay Dutt for the IWA Mid-South Junior Heavyweight Championship. This was an interesting matchup. So, Sanjay Dutt is a CCW guy, so he won the belt off CJ Bailey in a ladder match. Thank you to the commentators for that piece of information. And Johnny Storm just happened to be at the right, challenge for the belt. This was an interesting matchup. I liked it. A little bit sloppy to begin with. Sanjay did manage to recover from a springboard attempt at the beginning of the match. But this was really fun. I liked it. Indian Stunner. I'm surprised Sanjay Dutt didn't do much, any more of those. But again, it is a bit of it's a dangerous move, let's be honest. Manages to go up for the Phoenix Splash, misses it, manages to turn it around into a pin, and the win for Sanjay Dutt. Again, really interesting match. I liked it. I thought it was really fun. CCW's brought me back into liking it. And now we have CJ Bailey versus Necro Butcher. I have a fit. Yep, it's a fans win the weapons match. Let's see what we've got. Light tubes, barbed wire. We've got fucking baseball bats. We've got nails from the looks of it. Oh boy. I don't think this is going to be one of my favorite matches, but let's get to it, shall we? So we just had Necro Butcher versus JC Bailey in a fans win the weapons match. My God, what the fuck? The light tubes, barbed wire, VCR, fucking a ladder wrapped in barbed wire wasn't used, surprisingly. This was just the most extreme match. It wasn't bad, but the superplex from the top rope from from JC Bailey onto Necro Butcher. Oh, that looked like it hurt. It fucking did. Both men's backs are bleeding, and you actually see the blood on the floor. Oh my god, this was brutal. And then Necro wins with a submission, of all things. It's weird. We've got John Sanjeev out now, looking at the mess in the ring. We'll see what he says, and then we'll get to our semi-main event. So John Sandy points out Ian Rotten, basically gives him his respects and basically talks about how there are talented wrestlers in both CCW and IWA Mid-South, and they basically just want to have respect for each other. So out runs High Five with Messiah, Trent Acid, Johnny Cashmere, and Nate Hatred, who's going to be in our main event coming up, to basically attack everybody. Zangief no sells a bat shot. Jesus fucking Christ. In return, Nate Hatred doesn't sell a barbed wire crutch to the back. Messiah grabs the mic, basically talks about, being, this is his company, this is High Five's company and stuff like that. Corporal Robinson comes out, and we go into our semi-main event, Messiah versus Corporal Robinson in the CCW World Title match. My God, this was a no DQ match. Holy fucking shit. I think this is basically no disqualification matches in CCW. They just don't admit it. It wasn't bad. A brutal way to end the match, but we'll get to that in a minute. They did use light tubes, even though the main event is, well, we'll get to that in a minute. But, they used light tubes, steel chairs. Corporal Robinson gets busted open within 20 seconds of the match. It was more 30, I think, but it was one of those. Good wrestling by Corporal and the Messiah. It was fun. It was entertaining. It was really great. The blood just poured out of Corporal Robinson's head. It was brutal. They go to the area where the commentators are. Messiah sets up chairs and some light tubes, and then just pits up Corporal Robinson, slams him through it, gets the win that way, and Messiah is still the CCW World Champion. Holy shit. So, my God, we are now to our main event, a 200 light tube death match for the BJPW, yes, the Big Japan Pro Wrestling Deathmatch Championship. I believe it's the Deathmatch Championship. Let me just confirm that. Yep, it is the Deathmatch Heavyweight Championship. My God, Nate Hatred versus Nick Cage. Let's get to our main event. And we just had our main event, the BJW World Deathmatch Wrestling Championship. My God. So it's basically just 200 light tubes, and they just do moves on the light tubes. It's Nate Hatred versus Nick Gage. The fact that Nick Gage is wrestling now in 2026 is a fucking shocker to me. I'm not going to lie, people. But this is kind of interesting as well. I'm not going to lie and say that this wasn't entertaining. It was to a degree, but Trent Acid gets involved in the ending and basically just super kicks Nick Gage, and then just hits him in the head with a light tube, and then Nate Hatred gets the win. This wasn't a good show. It wasn't good. I'm not going to deny that. It was a bit weak. Most of the matches were just crap. The opener was just confusing as fuck. Why do the main story of the feud in the opening contest? John Barnum versus Z-Bar was a waste of time in my opinion, but at the same time, it was kind of nice to see something a little bit different. The fact that it went 3 minutes was a bit it's one of those. I will say now, the junior heavyweight, the CCW junior heavyweight title and the IWA Mid-South Light Heavyweight Championship, I did get that one, I'm very sorry, are worth a watch. Like, they are worth a watch. Honorable mention to CJ Bailey and Necro Butcher, but fuck taking that suplex from the top rope to the asphalt. Fuck that, or concrete. Main event was just it was a death match at the end of the day. It wasn't bad, but at the same time, there was just some stuff on there that was just Again, I'll have a link in the description. I'll have a link there and in the description below if you guys want to check it out. If you do, yes, if you are not a fan of hardcore wrestling, it's not for you guys. I do say just check out the CCW light heavyweight junior heavyweight title match and the IWA Mid-South light heavyweight championship match. But again, in the comment section below, if you want to talk to me about it, please do, and I will reply to some comments and stuff like that, all comments. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching Season 4, Episode 26 of the Classic Wrestling Series. Again, I am sorry, but it's been nearly 11 bloody months. We are going to be going to IWA Mid-South for our next episode. And oh boy. Why don't we check out their King of the Death matches? Because I'm a glutton for punishment. So with that being said, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. TTFN, ta-ta for now.